Well, guys, we are really lucky today. We got a handicap spot here at the Golden Gate Visitor Center. So we're going to get Jen in her chair here, and we're going to get Choochin up to the bridge. Means we're going to fight some traffic. We're a little later than I thought it'd be, but it's the price you pay for great YouTubing. So here we go. So as usual, we got a million friggin' tour buses around here. So make our way over here carefully. So we'll stop a second to take in the view. We got the pavilion over there, and then they even have their own cafe here. And what's really cool is the Art Deco style of the 1930s there that wrap around. So beautiful views of the bridge. So we got a hump and pump up the ramp here. You're happy you got beautiful weather today. Look out there. I can see Alcatraz Island. The rock. Heck of a telephoto on this. Clint Eastwood, Escape from Alcatraz. Of course, got the great views out here. Beautiful. So I'm multitasking here. I'm pushing Jen with one hand, shooting some of this spectacular scenery today with the other. That's probably one of the most photographed things in the world right there. Pretty awesome, eh? And if you look down there, you can see Fort Mason, which I think was built in the Civil War. Down there, and they use that for wine tasting and things now. Where you call if you're going to be a jumper. Don't jump on top of anybody or else you'll be penalized under section 219.3. There is hope. Make the call. You can see off to the west the entrance to the Golden Gate there. Beautiful. See the cables that are really the thing that holds the bridge up, these suspension cables. And in the 1930s, that's about all that kept Bethlehem Steel in business, was producing steel for the Golden Gate Bridge during the Depression. And if you look at the tower, we're looking at the South Tower here. You can see it kind of looks due for another paint job up there. Looking a little battle scarred right now, so they're pretty awesome. And you can see the hills of Marin County on the other side. One of the ferry boats, believe it or not, people still do take the ferry boat to work. They park in Marin County and take the ferry over. You probably agree, guys, it's a pretty awesome sight here out at the Golden Gate Bridge. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people a year come out here to walk on these walkways. And unfortunately, it's the #1 suicide place in the United States. And you can see why. If you look down, there's little chance that you're going to live. The freaky thing is, there was a guy from Santa Rosa on a 7th grade school trip, and he was out here with his class on the field trip, and you know, they were walking along here, and all of a sudden he gets up and he bolts and he jumps over the top of the railing here, and he freaking lived. They fished him out of the water. He's gotten all kinds of trouble, but think of the stories he can tell as somebody that jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge as a 12-year-old and lived to tell about it. Here comes a ship into port. They'll have harbor pilots that go out there and meet the boat about 25 miles or so, 15-20 miles offshore. They'll climb up the side, up the rope, a ladder up the side of the freighter, the cargo ship, and then they'll take over the wheel and actually pilot the boat into port. Not a bad way to make $250,000 a year, but it's a lot of responsibility because the currents and the wind are really tricky here coming into the Golden Gate. You know, guys, it's pretty amazing that the Civil Engineering, American Society of Civil Engineers considered the Golden Gate Bridge the civil engineering monument of the millennium. I mean, really, 1,000 years? That's a long time. Pure genius to put that together. Absolutely pure genius. Here's a good shot of the NYK line, cargo ship, container ship coming in. Alright, well, as the freighter with your Christmas presents heads into the Port of Oakland, we're going to call it a visit here at the Golden Gate Bridge. Had a hell of a time going out. I'm sure we're going to go to the gift shop and pick up a couple tchotchkes. But what an awesome sight to see this behind me. It's one thing to ride over week in, week out, year in, year out. It's another thing to be able to stop and appreciate the beauty of it. So thanks so much for being along.